you, Chris, I think that's really the important thing. I think when you look at San Antonio in this lineup that they have out there, it's how to be able to penetrate before we came on air. This is a natural position. It's one of the few times you're going to see the ball go in the post. They want to see him go to work. You got Turner who can make a three-point shot. You got to penetrate and find the open guy.
Murray gets to the basket and lays it in. DeJounte play.
Yeah, he still said that he's going to be primarily the point guard, but he doesn't have to get it every single time, and he's comfortable filling his lane.
He missed it. When Victor just came through there, he's open. He can't miss that. They don't have anybody to guard him. Yeah, he had DeRozan.
Aaron Holiday saves it. Here's Oladipo. Pacers 3-on-3. Oladipo down the lane, has it blocked, got it.
Three, but he can play inside as well.
No, he's the leading scorer on the team, and JJ, as we've all seen, he's a terrific defender.
Home game for the Pacers in Orlando. Wearing the city uniforms this afternoon. The basket is good.
Defensive 3 seconds on Victor where he was. Another turnover there by Aaron Holiday.
Oh, nice block by Turner, but put in by from the field. They shot 48% on Sunday against Dallas, but they've gotten off to slow starts in each of the games. And what a move by Turner. They sent him to me. All good with the Pacers team store.
And the team store is actually open 3 days a week, so I actually came inside a couple of weeks ago. Really enjoyed that and enjoy watching.
Dan Burke TV, one way or the other. We'll get it.
Marco Bellinelli is on the floor. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs, and the jumper.
Because Victor brought the ball down that time because Aaron Holiday had been bringing it before. Here, Aaron Holiday turns it more into a scorer. With the Pacers, and he handled it early, what his natural position is where he's playing now. He's an off-the-ball guard. He's an undersized scorer, but he can.
That was Victor Oladipo was injured, and he was dealing with some swelling in his knee, but he came back at the end of that road trip. It was one of the best team wins of the season.
He's out with plantar fasciitis. Head down, the drive by Johnson is good. Keldon Johnson.
With Coach McMillan. But you got to remember, this is like a preseason game. The last preseason game of the year. It's a scrimmage. Is what. So you can expect to see guys in a little more difficult position than they've been in.
Rudy Gay, the veteran, is in and hits the three. Second unit, it includes Edmund Sumner, Justin Holiday, T.J. McConnell, Jakar Sampson, and Doug McDermott. And that's a jumper.
He's played a lot of basketball with a guy like Justin Holiday and T.J. McConnell. And Jakar Sampson, I feel like he can play with anyone. So
Jakar Sampson's had a couple of good games. Sets the screen for Justin Holiday, who lets the three fly, and he banks it in. So interesting to see. You're going to see different camera angles like this one right here.
Well, you also see people with their favorite beverage. I saw a guy take a little quick sip right there. If he can make that makes him a heck of a player to play.
6:30 pregame on Fox Sports Indiana.
Pacers Live pregame on the air. Every game of the seeding games will be on Fox Sports Indiana.
And left the floor at the end of the first quarter. Stay on the floor, the second unit.
So, Eddie, what did you think of the first quarter? You sat in here and watched
Turner. I mean, looking good. And you know, we've talked about this all year long. And Chris worked at Collegiate Sports. I did too. And Quinn,
you got having a really solid locker room. And you got guys legitimately care for each other. Don't remember, these ladies could play.
Yeah.
And they really understood what needed to be done. And Popovich was the first one really to count.
Threes in the first scrimmage in the win against Portland. He's hit 2 off the bench this afternoon. And that's dumped in by White. The last time they had a losing record, that allowed them to draft Tim Duncan.
Without a doubt.
Hey, what's this thing? For 3, no good. And the Pacers on the run. McConnell.
You got Justin Holiday if he'd wait.
And McDermott at the rim.
You were talking about.
See, we deal with arthritis and gout all the time.
I'm sorry, I lost my head for a second.
And the basket good by Derrick. A 3-point shot in the first quarter. Brogdon also had a 3. Victor off the screen. Warren lets it fly and banks it in. That's the second. Had 6 points.
Good basketball there. Really good basketball. And it started with Victor.
Trying to throw it back to Turner. And the Pacers. A 5th turnover, and a jump shot is good by Lonnie Walker.
The 9th place team, as you know, you'll have to win twice. If you're the 8th place team at the end, taking a long time to get into the offense. Yeah, he's too little.
Brogdon counted and a foul. And a whole lot more. And as Malcolm has said, as all this has gone on, it's a marathon and not a sprint. And Fever games on feverbasketball.com. In fact, they play tomorrow night against Phoenix. That's a nice move by DeRozan. Final minute of the first half. Gay has hit 1 3 and now make it a second.
Obviously a positive thing for the guys, but under these circumstances, it's got to be quite the adjustment, having to stay in the
COVID and the social issues, and what do you do to mentally prepare?
The hot topic, which is the social injustices that have been going on for a number of years. I think there's a way to do both and use the basketball. When I was alone for the most part, they were able to come and visit, but not there for the entire time. So there's a dramatic difference. Maybe your living conditions aren't what you're accustomed to. There's adverse moments out there, and if you can respond to those moments and be able to lock in.
Whether or not the Pacers make 3-point shots, because you may be able to beat someone, but you're probably not.
Ice cold in this third quarter. And now they trail by a game-high 8 at 72-64 as Pirtle gives San Antonio.
Guys, and you got your shooters getting shots. You just got to make them.
Oladipo just 1 of 10. Holiday. So they all have a chance, and they all play each other, Quinn. That's what's going to be interesting.
Well, you got some with better chances than others. They're in there because Marvin Bagley's not there.
Right.
Harrison Barnes is not there. And unfortunately with Harrison Barnes, he's had in him to unpack everything and then try to build those good habits. That's why I think if you look at L.A., I'm not guaranteeing they'll win, but they've got a good chance.
Pacers had a real shot there, but turned it over. Now in transition, Bellinelli.
Can't leave him open. Expect the basket.
Now Sumner to a cutting McConnell.
Got to shoot it.
And Edmonds, same school.
That's correct. August 14th is when they're scheduled in quotes. They're scheduled to move in August 14th, and we'll see if that holds up.
Mike Woodson got interviewed for that as well. And Mike Woodson is the last guy who had a successful. I mean, the last time they made the playoffs, Woody coached them.
I was going to say that's the last time they made a playoff appearance.
Right.
Some people have said, and I've read, that Mike Woodson could be an assistant.
There is a good chance he.
I don't think that's.
You're going to have to bring it.
I don't think that's an option. No, bring your own.
Exactly.
8 seconds. Pacers down 5. Bellinelli a threat from anywhere. Gay's shot is good at the buzzer. And over the last 2 days, you hear him on Pacers radio. You see him here on Pacers TV. Pat Boylan is with us on Pacers Radio 10-7 to the Fan. You had hosted the first edition of the Restart of Pacers Weekly, and you and Jeremiah Johnson have also been busy.
Social justice issue for people who lived it. It's trying to share it and not to make people feel guilty about it. Talk about it.
You could have sent me in on the phone call, could have brought me in, merged the call.
My fault.
I would have helped you there.
Thank you. I actually was pretty.
Fan. What more could you want?
Absolutely.
Big jokes for you.
Greg Smith, Emily Wright, Brian Rogat, Rich Gears, Gary Joe, Flip Rice, Chris Patwater, as Jakob Pirtle has it knocked away by both Oladipo and Justin Holiday.
Well, he got it swatted by Justin Holiday. Really nice to see a little
6 behind the arc. Shot it so well on Sunday against Dallas. You saw him talking to.
No.
Oh, he threw it up and in. He was
no. As soon as I saw him throw it that way, because he was really going to throw it up there and then go try to catch it.
And Oladipo right back at.
He turned away from the double team.
17 points and 10 rebounds for Myles Turner and DeRozan.
Who got, by the way, was on the seat of his pants there moments ago.
And McDermott, yeah.
Look at Philadelphia tape. Look at some of this tape, because you got to be solid defensively. You playing, Pacers playing against Philadelphia.
108-101, San Antonio, and Kelton Johnson's had a nice Antonio Spurs again.
So Pat, I did this. I didn't know, so you may know.
They're kind of getting a little bit of a late start. Their rookie, in fact, just got in the wubble a few days ago, and we'll see if she goes on Wednesday.
But he was always working for Dave. David Stern always knew of his capabilities. I mean, he's got a high moral compass. He's highly intelligent.
Until you've followed all the procedures, you can't even get into practice. It's remarkable. You would have thought they've been working on this for years.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what makes this whole thing remarkable. Viewing the game, actually viewing it, and then cheering and booing when appropriately, I'm sure. Okay.
They have moderate.
Oh, my goodness. Was he on fire again?
Pacers will finish